So, here we are. Just outside of that pirate town or whatever. On the asylum. And now Spellhold awaits us. And you'll notice I haven't done my resting stuff and gotten everyone up to full strength like I usually do before the start of a session. The reason for that is actually quite simple. I did do that, but then I got ambushed by some pretty big relationship-related dialogue from Aerie, and I wanted to have that in the actual video. I've already managed to miss like one of them somewhere in here, and I figure that I shouldn't do that with another one, so I just decided I'd do the resting on camera, just so her thing can show up again. So let's rest and all. And unpause the camera.
I know that you are tired from the day's travels and that you wish to rest, but I wish to ask you something before you retire to your blankets.
Very well. What is it that you wish? Yeah, come with me away from the eyes of the others. We will not be very far from them. I simply wish privacy. Now that we are alone, let me speak for a moment. You have led me to a tremendous discovery, Toby. I found that I do not need wings to fly. I do not have much experience with love, Toby. You're urging. I have become eager to experience many things, and now I wish to experience this. I'm going to show you my body, Toby, and hope it pleases you. Would you stay with me this night, Toby? Show me what true love consists of. Oh, wow. If you remember, it was either last episode or a few episodes ago, I sort of made a little comparison between Aerie and Alistair in the whole shy and unused to a lot of things sort of way, and this is just doubling down on that comparison. It really is. But let's actually think about this from a roleplay standpoint. How would Toby react to this? Because honestly, I think Toby would be kind of deer in the headlights in a way with this, because I don't want to go into detail about his sex life, but he's about as inexperienced with this sort of thing as Aerie is, pretty much. So, this isn't all obvious, Aerie. Wouldn't you rather wait until the time is right? I don't know what love is to me, but maybe it would be better to wait until all this is over. The thought of laying with a man frightens me a little, I must admit. Stay with me for the night then, Toby. Hold me to you. I don't want to be alone, and I so desperately need to be near you. Okay, I can't deny some of that little bit of dialogue with Aerie was kind of cringeworthy. That much is for sure. But alright, I'll stay with you. You are sweet to be so patient with me, Toby. Let us sleep. Yeah, we're getting into a little of what I can see some people's complaints about Aerie with some of the rather cringeworthy dialogue. But I'm still not overly bothered by it, to be perfectly honest.
Yes? Of course.
Because, to be honest, I see it as being sort of, how do I put this, cringeworthy in a way that's kind of amusing in how bad it is. More than anything else. And oh look, lizard men. That's lovely. Okay, murder their faces. Righty, kill them. And randomly jumping to another area of the map I have yet to explore. That's
I welcome
lovely.
each day we see. Some are not so lucky.
Okay. Now I will take their gold.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Right. Toby can do a little bit of scouting ahead, I think, and see what there is around here before we go anywhere. Because, well, we are eager to get to Spellhold and everything proper, with it being basically
Just strike from
within
the shadows.
sight and everything. Toby's also very curious and likes to poke his nose into places where he probably shouldn't and that are best
I
left
shall strike from the
undisturbed.
shadows. You point
But
where Minsk
this
goes.
area is clear,
evil
so the rest of
stands
you can
aside.
move up.
Something you need.
And as
Oh,
per
yes.
usual, for my exploration-iness,
I shall strike from the
there's a good
shadows.
chance that a chunk of this, at the very least, is going to get cut out. Air elemental.
This weapon has no
Okay.
effect.
Kill
This
it.
weapon has no effect. This weapon has no effect. This weapon has no
Come on,
effect.
Toby. Kill the bloody air elemental.
Not good. This weapon has no effect.
You have two very magical swords. I don't believe that your weapons actually have no effect.
This weapon has no effect.
We're just getting a load of bad rules from RNGesus, aren't we?
I prefer the bright of day.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is one of those games where I can actually agree with the assessment that a lot of the combat is fairly RNG based. Even if there's a good deal of skill to it, I can definitely see more RNG in this than something like, say, XCOM or Morrowind. Which, while there is certainly RNG aspects, is far less RNG-ish than something like Baldur's Gate seems to be. Or in the case of Morrowind, it would be... how would I put this? It would be the fact that while there is RNG in it,
Swords,
it's not
words.
so bad that it's crippling, and
Jump on my
if the
sword
random
while you
rolls
can,
going
Evil.
wrong
I won't
in
be as
XCOM
brittle.
gets your party killed, then it's your fault for putting yourself in a position where everything was dependent on a single movement or a single shot. That's the very definition of putting all your eggs in one basket, really. But enough of
Ready
my
and able,
XCOM
just as I thought.
tangent. Enough of my XCOM tangent. We have looked around quite a bit, and in this area
and
there's
live by the
apparently
sword,
not a lot of
live a
exploration to
good
do, because
long time.
it looks like a lot of these bits we can't explore are due to environmental things, for lack of a better phrase. Parts of the environment that we can't bypass on foot, so what I'm going to do now is we will head on into the asylum proper after Toby downs another
Something you
potion
need.
to restore his health a little from that elemental fight. So,
Onward then.
in we go. And actually, you know, since we're planning on taking Imoen with us, it might be smart to have one of the party stay behind. But from an strategic standpoint, going into somewhere like this, which is probably going to be filled with quite a few high-level threats, with just 5 party members, is not something I can really justify. So we're just going to have to find a way to justify it from a roleplay perspective after we get Imoen back. So anyways.
I trust you have good reason to be entering this place.
It's Toby, isn't it? Oh, this guy is speaking in Irenicus' voice. This is not good. But more on that later. How do you know my name?
You made inquiries in town. I have agents and eyes. Security is quite important when dealing with an institution such as this.
True enough, I suppose.
I know why you have come. You have been observed since you arrived on the Isle. No doubt you are brimming with concern for your Imoen. She is in good health, and if you will permit me, I will direct you to her. This is not a prison, but an institution of healing and learning.
Then why the overzealous security measures? We deal with dangerous subjects. Imoen was brought here for her own safety, and it would not do for her to be endangered while here, would it? It is not as simple as that, though. It never is it? Still, I'm sure you'll understand more once I have explained. I understand plenty already. This place reeks of corruption and deceit. Please, you've worked so hard to come here. Allow me to show you what I mean. I shall let you examine the facilities and Imoen for yourself. Lead on then, but I shall be wary of any treachery. This way, Toby. I will explain as we go.
To the task.
Okay, let's follow him, even though to say that Toby is skeptical of what he's hearing is putting it lightly. I'm not sure if we would have just yet connected the dots that he was speaking with Irenicus' voice.
The residence for the magically deviant houses many people, all of whom can benefit from a structured environment. They can also be studied, such that what they are capable of is understood better. Take young Dealey here. She was cast from her family for her talents. At a remarkably young age, she learned how to shape magical energy, allowing her to change her form as she wishes.
Have you a new face today? I think you do. I can see the real one. Tomorrow, I will be you, okay?
Here she is safe, and others have learned something of what she does. It is invaluable information.
Okay, not gonna lie, that is actually a pretty cool power. Someone that can literally just change their appearance. To use a Harry Potter reference, she's literally a metamorph. That is kind of awesome.
Hello. You are new. Those your faces? Funny. Maybe change them.
What do you mean, change them? What's wrong with my face? I think Toby is a little bit miffed by the suggestion something's wrong with his face, honestly. He likes his face. Nothing. Don't you change your face? That's okay. I'll take it and change it for you. Don't worry, you can keep it too. Who are you today? Toby is my name. Toby? Okay, I'll be Toby tomorrow. I've seen you, so now I can take your face. Don't worry, you can keep it too. I do not think Boo is thrilled about you borrowing his face. He only has the one. You don't hurt those you mirror, do you? I like taking Puppy's face, but it scares him. He's not here, though. Oh, that's honestly kind of adorable, actually.
This is Wanev. He used to be the asylum coordinator before I took the post. Too much exposure to magical forces, I suspect.
And this guy isn't at all concerned about suffering the same fate himself. That's rather telling, honestly. Even if he wasn't speaking using Irenicus' voice, I think that would say a lot about the cowled wizard's disposition. That he doesn't look at this guy and see a mirror of his future.
What? What do you want? Is this not enough? I want this hole cleaned. Don't you stare at me.
His mind could not handle the energies that circulate this place. A bad reaction to a particular spell unhinged him quite dramatically. No one foresaw it, but with study we can prevent it happening again. His career is over, though.
Well, that's just lovely.
What? What do you want? Stand up straight. I want that report by dawn. I want this hole cleaned. Don't you stare at me. It's all right. Tired of working here. Wanted a holiday. Was thinking of retiring. Probably going to die. Time to move on under down. Down, down.
Just relax. I just want to ask you some stuff.
Shut up. No questions. Make an appointment. The coordinator speaks to no one. No one speaks the coordinator.
Poor man. It must be hard to be reduced to madness after spending a life treating it and others. I assume this place was for treatment and not just confinement. I would hope so, but considering the cowled wizard...
This is Nalgia Scar.
Considering how past cowled
Once a great
wizards
bard of
have
some repute, though now
reacted
he is little more than a
to us,
child.
I'm rather skeptical.
His last research project was into the nature of the universe and what lies beyond the gods. Something apparently didn't like him looking.
I used to have pretties piled high to the sky. Don't remember where they are, though. Pretties.
This young minstrel has lost his wits and his songs. Minds are common enough, but tunes of merit are few and far between.
Somehow he retains his spell-casting abilities, however, and is incredibly dangerous if unsupervised.
Okay, I think we're just going to back away slowly from him and move on. I'm not seeing anything of particular merit in having a conversation with that particular crazy. And let's quick save, just in case. Because being in a building filled with cowled wizards and prisoners has Toby a little on edge, and obviously I, as the player, know that Irenicus has killed most of them and taken over, so...
This is April, and she sees a bit too much as well. Experiments with planar travel have given her sight that extends beyond the world we know. Unfortunately, she can also see the denizens of those other realms. They are quite numerous, apparently, and she is never truly alone.
All around, behind, above, all around. Ah!
Rest, child. None of this group shall harm you.
She does not sleep much. What use are eyelids when you can see through the planes? She will be studied so that some good may come of her condition.
Alright. I think it's fairly obvious to Toby and all of us that she would react badly to any attempt at conversation, so we will not bother her.
This is Tiax. Not too much is known about him. He was found raving on the side of some road.
Tiax rules all. You are but grease for the wheels of his rule. Silence the squeaking of those that protest. He rules all.
Okay, I'm not quite so concerned about this little freak. Rule as you will, little tyrant. Just as long as it is from a cell.
Obviously a danger, as you can see.
Yes, and a crazy one at that. So, I can't bring myself to actually speak to someone who is that nuts. Quick save again, just in case.
An aged elven mage is this cell's occupant. Very powerful, though he is incapable of trusting a soul. Dradil is his name.
Bad dog! Bad dog! Werewolves all! Back with you!
Yes, such fire and conviction. A pity there are no actual enemies to warrant the screaming, but good show anyway. Who applauds?
Obviously, he has had some sort of traumatic experience in the past. He cannot be allowed to roam with the power he possesses.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, though.
Ready and able. As you will.
What's in here? It's magically locked and will only open for a specific key.
Yes.
No amount of tinkering will help. Alright. And that is apparently Imoen standing there, but... Well, we as players know it's not, but I don't think Toby would be thinking that far ahead. He'd just see his friend and rush forward
And
in
lastly,
excitement.
the one you seek. She is quite well, considering the circumstances.
So empty. Empty.
What have you done to her? She looks like a mere shadow of herself.
She does not seem willing to respond right now. Her consciousness comes and goes. It is fortunate you arrived when you did.
You monsters! I'll not leave until you tell me what you have done to her.
Oh, you misunderstand. It is fortunate for me that you arrived when you did. I'm quite through with her for the moment. It is you that I am after.
Well, we as players all knew this was coming. I think that's fairly safe to say, and Toby most likely saw some sort of betrayal coming from the cowled wizards, but possibly not in the form that it took.
I knew you would seek her, and so the path was difficult but not impossible. All designed to test your potential.
What are you talking about? Is this another one of your cowled wizard tricks? The cowled wizards no longer run this asylum. With Bodhi's aid, I was able to take control quite quickly. She is a fine sibling, if a touch predatory. I trust you remember my name now? That I do. You are Irenicus, and I owe you a great deal of pain. I do recall, so if you would stand still while I stab you, that would be greatly appreciated. And save me a lot of effort, as well. Your intent on revenge or justice or whatever, I care not. You can do nothing I do not wish. Your fate has been sealed since before you arrived. A simple addition to rations and meals by a master of herbs, Mr. Samon Havarian. That fool. I will track him down after I have killed you, and pay him back for this. You will find you are powerless. I have taken precautions that you will not be damaged. Rage would be wasted. There is no battle, no heroics, only sleep. Well, shit. So Mr. Havarius stabbed us in the back again.
Well, it would seem that my visitor has awakened. It is as I predicted.
This does not surprise me in the slightest, quite frankly.
I fear I have had an advantage over you. I have planned your coming from the start. It could be no other way. A bit of treachery by Samon and a spell component goes into a soup or some other dish, undetectable and nothing more than a seasoning until my casting.
Why, you son of a bitch. You know, before this, Irenicus, I was just going to give you a quick and relatively painless death and simply kill you. But now, well, I've been getting a little bit more creative with my plans for how you're going to die. Let's just leave it at that. I want to keep this video below R rated after all.
But don't worry, you won't have to think about any of this or that. Your life ends today.
Where is Imoen? What have you done to her, you son of a bitch? I swear, if you've hurt her, then I will kill you, bring you back, and kill you again so many times you won't even remember your own name by the time I'm through with you. Don't worry, Imoen has already suffered what she must for my cause. She even survived, and this bodes well for you. You are stronger, more focused, and you are aware. So you used her relationship with me to get me here, but why torture her? Imoen was more than bait, and has served just as you will. She is like you in many ways, and in one very special one. Wait just a second. Are you suggesting that Imoen is a child of Baal as well? But that's not possible. She can't be. She just can't be. You must have suspected. Perhaps she felt no symptoms, but the taint was there. She is a similar age and was apparently secluded as a child, just as you were. But that's just because Imoen's not a people person. She doesn't get along with others very well, that's all it is. Doesn't mean she's a child of Baal. That's ridiculous. This Gorion of yours should have told you about yourself early on. You might have learned not to fear what you are. Imoen is indeed a child of Baal. I suspect her innocent charm and humor suppressed the darkness. She showed no symptoms because there was no place for shadow in her spirit. I had to show her some very dark shadows indeed. It is unfortunate that it had to be done, but it was necessary to get what I needed. Now I must focus on you. Zoe. But what? Why turn to me? I won't help you. You must know that. You tortured my friend, murdered two of our dear friends, and everything besides. You can't expect me to help you. Are you mad? That's all I can think here. You must be mad. You assume you're a volunteer, but I don't need your cooperation. I'll take the essence of you regardless. Do you see the shadow thieves in the other chambers? They are the fruits of Bodhi's guild war, and their deaths shall force the divine soul from you. Don't be afraid, Toby. I suspect this will be mercifully quick. Why, you son of a bitch. I am actually so pissed at Irenicus right now. I cannot honestly think of words strong enough to describe how I'm feeling about this bastard. I really cannot, and I think it's safe to say Toby feels the same. Just, if you watched that one video where I basically lost my shit in The Witcher 1, where I was fighting that dog monster, take that and magnify it by about 50 times, and you might be approaching how Toby is feeling towards Irenicus right now. Just to give you an idea.
Incantus Cultum Imperium.
What
fight.
is this?
To fight is to lose.
It's another one of these dream sequences.
Bind me.
It's another one of these dream sequences. But I don't think Toby's going to realize that. He's just sort of only half conscious of what's going on, really. Imoen, where are you?
Within. Find me within. You cannot fight alone. You cannot. Find me within.
Okay.
Something you need.
And it's just Toby right now, so... There's also a demon in our path. That's lovely. This path is to the core, the depths of your soul. Only through sacrifice can you achieve such insight. And do you give of yourself that you will know yourself? Do you let go of what you are that you might see from a distance? Choose what you will sacrifice to know yourself, to walk within. Give of your skill, your health, your mind, your wits, or your youth. Let's see. What would Toby choose to give up? I give of my health, becoming less hardy, or of my mind, learn, or my wits and wisdom, or my youth, sacrificing my agility, or I give nothing, you ask too much of me, or I will fight you, stand aside. Imoen did say we couldn't win, so we probably don't want to fight. Okay, so I wish there was a way to minimize this and check what my stats are again, but there is not. So... what do we do here? I think that we will sacrifice from our wisdom, actually. I give of my wits, and the wisdom I have learned. This may be a fairly stupid thing to do, but whatever. And you shall come to know yourself through your mistakes when you undoubtedly falter with foolishness. A fool can learn much that a scholar does not see. You shall know more of yourself through what you have lost. A gesture of your intent within. Pass as you should and do not fear what comes. Let's check my stats now. That has reduced my wisdom to 6. Okay, hopefully this doesn't screw me over, but I don't actually know if wisdom does anything for a
Whatever I can do to help.
fighter thief character. And one thing that I do know is that its intelligence you require to be able to read, so I didn't want to reduce that. I'm pretty sure wisdom just affects lore, which I haven't made any use of my lore stat in this playthrough anyway, so it shouldn't really affect my play too much. So that's something, I guess. Anyhow, what even is this place? Well, there's Imoen, apparently.
I can see you there. Wait, and we can win.
Imoen, are you alright?
Shh. Before the shadows return to me, I have seen what is to come. One alone cannot fight. Together we must battle your instinct. Alone you would fall whether you win or lose. But here in my sight, we can defeat it. Lead the creature here. Lead it to me, and we shall fight it together. Together. He does not expect us together. But he has shown me how. Go and lead the beast here. It is your only chance, and my last.
Okay. Both Toby and me, as it happens, are not really sure what Imoen is going on about, but we did get that we need to lead that demon to her in order that we are going to be able to kill it. And that's something we need to do for whatever reason. So, we'll try and do that. And just see what we get out of it. Maybe we can insult its mother or something. That always aggroes people, right? And we do still have all of our gear. That's good. Even if we did lose a bit of wisdom from that. That save took a bit of time.
Just name what you want.
Where did Mr. Demon run off to? Not over there. And there's where the party is hanging out, just kind of disabled over in that area. And I didn't realize this before, which is probably a bit of an idiotic move on my part, but this area we're in is basically the inner keep area of Candlekeep, which is kind of cool, because that's right, all of our previous dreams that Toby's been having throughout his entire playthrough have been in Candlekeep, which is pretty neat. That all of our ball spawn related Irenicus, Imoen dreams and the like take place in Candlekeep now. That's just really cool in my opinion. It just is. I have no idea why I'm going through the effort to explore the entire place. Not like we'll be getting anything out of it. And we can't go down there because of navigation things and the plot not wanting us to. And now we gotta find this demon. Around. Oh joy. The fortress has lava on it. That's wonderful. Hello, Ball.
Fall to your knees. You can do no other. I am within you. I am your essence.
Oh, hello there, Dad. Been a while. So, what do you want here?
What do I want? Your life, your soul, your body. I am the instinct that will fuel the Father. I am the blood.
And Imoen did say that we couldn't beat him alone, so we are going to listen to her. Even if Toby's not totally sure that was actually Imoen.
Of course.
Toby, get over here. Hey, Emmy, you mind helping me with this?
Now, it is in my sight. I will add my will to yours. He has shown me how to make it vulnerable.
Good, good.
May the best among us prevail.
And this is probably going a good deal better than a fight with actual Ball would. So, I'm not going to complain about that.
Bother, but I could use some help.
And Toby, potion, just so you don't die.
Not good.
Speaking of potions...
I am your instinct, yet you deny me? Fight me within your own mind? I should devour you. How do you stand?
Because I am an unmitigated badass, and you are an arrogant twat. How about that?
I sense your soul. It has taken form to guide from within. You are strange among your kin.
So our soul took the form of Imoen? That's interesting, though I'm not going to dispute that it is kind of ironic in a way. It really is.
It is weak and will not help again. You are empty inside. There is nothing within but the instinct.
Something is wrong. No, not again. Not again. Ah!
What the hell just happened? That's about one of the most confusing dreams I have ever had.
Well, you
to be
are
honest.
a strong one indeed. You resist beyond all reason. The pity you are dead on the inside.
Yes, well, you see, you cannot simply turn me against myself. It doesn't work that way. As I have strengths you cannot see. I don't know what you faced while mired within the spell. Here in the world of the living, my plans have gone just as I wished. And we all get a boatload of experience. For Toby fighting a dream avatar of his god of murder dad.
I have drained you. Drained you of the very thing that made you special. It is the worst of curses, and I should know.
What do you intend, Irenicus? What twisted scheme are you concocting now?
No, you want no villain's exposition from me. You are barely sentient now. I have taken your very divinity and drained you of your soul.
Yeah, I love that. That is just great. Irenicus coming out right there and just saying, no, I am not going to just go. Now that I have accomplished my plans, allow me to come out with an exposition and tell you exactly what those plans are and how I intend to accomplish them. No, Irenicus just looks at that whole script and goes, fuck that, you get nothing from me. I love it. I really love it.
The curse that was wrought against Bodhi and I has now ceased, and yours has begun. You will wither, you will wane, and you will die.
I do not like the sound of this. Not at all.
Bodhi, remove this nothing, and Imoen as well. We are restored at their expense and need them no longer. Our revenge to come is now all the sweeter.
As you would have it, my brother.
Of course. See to it as quickly as possible. I will tell our friends in the dark of our coming. We will plan our assault from here. I bid you farewell, child of Baal. We shall not meet again.
Oh, I think we will meet again. And I think it's not going to be fun for you.
And so your life does come to an end. A pity. You have proven resilient beyond all expectation. It is appealing to me.
You waste my time, vampire bitch. I am not here for your amusement. Yeah, can you tell that Toby is not particularly pleased to be seeing Bodhi again? Oh, but you are. My amusement is all that is keeping you alive. Irenicus wishes you dead, and he is very rarely denied his wishes. Your abilities have piqued my interest, and since you are to die, I would have you do it in an entertaining fashion. Irenicus can be so dour when he wishes. He is set upon revenge for his banishment, and can think of nothing else. A failing of his mind and remaining flesh, I suspect. On death has given me focus, and an interest in the abilities of powerful creatures. An interest in you. I will make your death glorious, as well as entertaining. Do your worst, Bodhi. I do not fear you. You should. You must run my gauntlet to prolong your life. You must do so knowing you have but the slimmest chance to make a difference. Do you see this passage before you? It is the darkest part of the asylum, and its history, a test of clarity for its prisoners, by a director that delighted in dissecting the mind. Now he is under my influence, and displays his mind to control. It is a masterpiece of madness, one that you will come to know intimately. It has been some time since I have given chase to a worthy foe. Enter the maze of this place and seek an exit. I give you time to run, after which I will come to feed. But you are not running solely for my benefit. I give you reason as well to make the hunt more desperate. You may foil Irenicus, though the chance is small. His plans will take time, just about as long as my hunt. Run my gauntlet and your life ends, or is freed. The hunt begins.
Are you alright? I was so scared. You came all this way to get me and we were almost...
I'm sorry, Toby. I was just so worried. Never mind that. Are you hurt? What did he do to you? I don't know, really. Same thing he did to you, I guess. Since we're the same? Toby showed me what you are and what I am, and he took it away. I don't know who I am now, Toby. You may not feel it yet, but the spells for me make me feel hollow. He took something vital. He says it was my divine soul. I find out I'm a child of a god, and now I'm empty and dying. You are too. We'll survive by helping each other, Imoen, like you helped me in the dream during the spell. The dream? Toby, I had no dream during my ritual. Just blackness and my will draining away. Has this affected you different than me? You've been dealing with the ball essence longer. Perhaps you are more focused. And perhaps it is more focused upon you. I don't know. Regardless, we have to get back what Irenicus took from us. I don't know much about this whole ball essence thing, but the fact that he took our souls, I have a bad feeling about the whole thing. We need to find a way to reverse it, Imoen. We have to. I agree. Divine soul or not, there is a deadly threat to our mortal lives. I do not look forward to what is coming. I've been getting weaker, Toby, and it has only been a few days since they performed the ritual on me. If we don't reverse what was done, if we don't restore our souls, we will probably both die. Then, let's get going. Join with me, and we'll escape this place immediately. Good. I have missed traveling with you, Toby, even when times were bad. And I'm sorry, Veilgar, but there is no longer any room for you in our group. We will have to travel separately.
Are we through? I should like to know if we are to continue.
No, we should split up for now, Veilgar. However...
As you wish. If you change your mind, I would still like to travel with you. I still think I have much to see in this world.
I'll return to my cabin in the hills for now. Apparently that's not possible, and he should wait right here.
Ready
However,
and able. I wouldn't
I
dream of refusing.
truthfully have no plans to have Veilgar in my party again. However, from a narrative perspective, I do not think Toby would simply leave him here, so... My little bit of a role-playing explanation for what's going to happen is that Valgar, he's not actually staying there. He's going to be following behind us, and once we manage to get out of this place, Valgar will come with us. And then he can go home after we've managed to get out of this place. He'll just sort of be following behind a little bit, is my little bit of a creative role-playing explanation, because Toby wouldn't leave him behind like this. So he'll just sort of be following us at a distance. That or we'll come back to get him after the fact. But anyways, we're now down here in Bodhi's little game arena, let's just call it. And we have to find our way out if we want to live. So I presume that we are on the clock, so to speak. However, I'm not gonna lie, the whole "your soul has been stolen" thing is more than a little bit distressing to us. So, step 1, get out of Bodhi's little maze. Step 2, beat the crap out of Irenicus until he gives Imoen and Toby their souls back. Because of course, it's just going to be as easy as that, right? No, it's probably not.